Hey Ballet One, it's Mr. Casey. I'm here to give you a recital refresh on your Somewhere Over the Rainbow ballet. So it's been a while since I posted a recital video on YouTube, mostly because the first one wasn't getting watched enough. So we need to make sure we're watching those videos. My first video that I posted for your recital has the entire dance in it, with the ability to stop, go back, go over parts again, rewind it, what have you, with your parents. You need to make sure you're doing this. I would do it on your ballet day. If you have Zoom ballet class online Wednesday morning, perhaps if you don't have a class directly after, once you've stopped that, go log on YouTube or have your parents get on YouTube and watch your recital dance. I'll try to remember to remind you guys that. I'll make myself a note that next week on Zoom so that you're immediately taking that time. If you have the tendency, like the older kids, to log off, go have lunch, and then come back, the more than likely you won't come back. And you'll be like, okay, lunch, a book, a worksheet for school, and then on to your video for the afternoon before a nap. So try to make sure and take the time to look at it. That has your entire recital dance on it. We will be going over it in this video as well. There isn't really much to change. There won't be any changes until we get into the classroom together before we get this on a stage. Mostly because the parts that need to be changed are the partnering, the touching, and the holding hands. That's easily fixed. That could be fixed the day of a show if you were really a serious dancer. Easy to do. But we want to stay refreshed and rejuvenated with our recital dance. So you'll remember, there are two groups. Three technically because there's a boy soloist. One group is off stage over here on the left. The other is off stage over there on the right. The girls have partners. Riker is currently center stage in first position, or this pose, waiting for his ladies. So they come on in duets. Simple little ballet run, first position. They make an arabesque with him. If he's here, they're going to come up behind him, and instead of touching his shoulder, they're just going to lift this arm up and stretch out, and then they come down, they turn, and they split center. Splitting center level 1 remembers it goes around, yeah, and then they make first position. There, I believe, are 6 girls who do that, maybe a little less. They come on, they meet their partner, they do their arabesque with Riker, they go to their straight line, which is a rainbow line, yeah, first position. Riker has then such turned to do lady to the right, lady to the left, etc. When he does that, the girls on the left side would do tendu curtsy. When he does it to the right, the ladies over there do tendu curtsy at him. We all end with happy face, dancing arms all the way around, and we finish. Dancing arms, so named because in mimography, that means let us dance in mime, okay? From there, we have our tendu arabesque to the outside. The outside is relative to the center of the stage. So if this is the center of the stage, the girls on that side go right, the girls on this side go left. Riker, I believe, goes left because he chose whichever way he wanted to go. We lift and point, change. And then we go the other way, lift and point, change. From there, we do inside point, bring it up, point and close, point, bring it up, point. Riker has since ran around stage left, and he's jumping and running around the whole stage. The ladies in what's called a cannon or a ripple execute the step, hop, jump down the row, and then we meet back there in a straight line. So that jump is called a tombe leve arabesque. So it's a step hop in an arabesque. And then they run around nicely to the back of the stage, and then they come forward. Yet again, we split. Half the girls go to the right side, half the girls go to the left. The boy goes right to the front of the stage, okay? So, which side you go on, most of the girls know by heart, okay? I don't have a list of which girls are in which position. I knew it by heart when I had them, and I didn't keep any notes. My fault as a teacher. Guess I'm getting old. I need to start taking more notes. But not too concerned with that. I have a feeling that as soon as they get back in a room, they'll be fine. And if not, they'll know the steps either way. So they've done this, and they've come into what's an open V, okay? So as they're standing here, they do, Riker does a jump. He does a releve, plie, jump, turn, a releve, plie, jump, turn, and lands. Then he goes down to his knee here. I think we put his hand on his waist. And then the girls all walk to him, and they make a little arabesque with him, and then they walk and turn back to their pose. Kind of like the beginning opening scene where they walked in from the side. Well, they actually ran in and did an arabesque with him. This is a variation on that theme. So he's now seated, and they're doing a little bit bigger shape as they come back. From there, they do a backside first and down a pas de bourrée, something we've been working on in my Zoom classes. They know this step. If they don't, they should. Yeah, they do it twice. Back, side, front, back, side, front. From there, they all disperse into a group dance in the back. Some are turning. It was an improv. Some were allowed to jump. It really didn't matter. I try to build in an improv session into all of my younger classes to give them a little ownership, a little creativity, and a little responsibility. So they're all going into basically a rainbow arc. It's like a half moon shape standing in line. Okay? From there, they do a rainbow shape with their arms. Yeah? And then they stretch out into an individual pose that they chose, whatever they wanted to do. And then that's the end of the ballet. Blackout, they leave. It's pretty simple and straightforward. However, like I said, it's really complicated to do in a video because there's so many groups doing different things at different times, ripples, that it's just key and imperative that you listen to their song over and over again. It should be available on your parent portal. In fact, I'm pretty sure positive it is. If not, it's on this CD. You can get it on iTunes. That's where I got mine. To get the exact version. You could always do the version where they have words from The Wizard of Oz. It's a little different tempo, so that would change, but sometimes that will help them memorize their stuff better. So let's go ahead and walk through it together during the refresh. First girl, second girl, third girl, fourth girl, fifth, they run to him. They make their arabesque, they turn, straight line, they do tendu, curtsy, the other side does tendu, curtsy, dancing arms, they come through, and arabesque, tendu, close, arabesque the other way, and tendu, passe point, tendu, passe point. The boy jumps, all the ladies follow, and running around the stage, and up to their beat. Then they stay, and he jumps. We're still running around. He jump turns, and the knee. First lady's walking over and making their arabesque. Second lady's walking over, making their arabesque. Third lady's walking over, arabesque. They go back, and we do pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée, finish. Now they have their improv. Any dancing they like, back to that little shape. They take a pose, they do their rainbow arm, and And then they do their final pose. They also got to choose this year. The blackout, lights go out, the dancers stand up, and they exit stage left. Okay. If you have questions, feel free to email me at mrkcballet@gmail.com, M-I-S-T-E-R. I realize these videos are not optimum. It's easier if the choreography is simpler, and it's not this year. I made it a little intricate. Of course, there was no way of knowing that we would have to be doing this via video. So my lesson is learn to keep clearer notes, and if not, I will be taking a monthly video or inviting parents in going forward at the very end of class to do a video once a month of the dance February through the show. So there's always a running version videotaped of the current version of the ballet. Yes, generally in our ballet program, we do a lot of productions. The older kids are doing a couple, very even worse situation because there's characters and there's scenes and there's things in and out all the time. So it's way more complicated to keep it alive other than the dancers doing their job and knowing their parts individually. So I challenge you to continue working on it and do your best and send me videos. That's ideally the best. If you send me a video of your child doing it, I can send back feedback. Or if you have specific questions. See ya.